Hi guys, I've been awake since 5:30. My son went to work about that time or just before and he woke me up. So we got up and I just heard him going out the door and going on his bike. Sometimes I have to get up at 4 in the morning, but then they've come back at 2:30 or even later than that. But it depends, hours can be it depends on hours. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. So I've been awake for a while. Normally go back off sleep, I couldn't. So I made my way. I snuck outside to the doorstep, made my way with my husband's keys. You can hear him jangling, and didn't feel so good. And it's a bit colder than it should be. Well, it's a lot colder than it should be this time of year. It's not freezing, but I thought, okay, I'm already here. I'm going to go to the car. So hopefully it's a better day today. Looks like it already, from even between getting up at 5:15 to 5:30, or being awake anyway. And yeah, I'm just looking. I was going to wonder where I've gone to on them. No, I just needed some time out. It's been full on with health and stuff like that, and I've managed to find my maths assessment is what I meant. I've been trying to look for 2 weeks. I've had to contact, I say trying, but I've contacted my maths tutor at the end of last week, and he's given me advice, and eventually I've had a chance to look. All sorts going off, and I tried twice to look, but I had to wait for him to send the email to go to my functional maths, because it is only functional maths and it's going to build up. Depends what level 1 or 2, but they're going to assess me on that. Obviously that's what I'm talking about right now, but it builds up. It can build up to GCSE. It's certain levels on the functional, and it builds up to GCSE, or can be equivalent to something else. Certain, like I said, I don't know whether I'm level 1 or 2 yet, but that is my absolute kryptonite, is maths. But I did get better when I took it around the age of 30. I did start understanding it for the first time in my life. Times were different, and I've already talked about this in recent videos. But yes, I've gone on there, and there is like a video. If you look in your homepage, there is a video on how to do it. If you go in your settings in the menu, it tells you about, I think I've got 2 assessments by the look of it, but like I said, I had to wait for the email to come through first, and it just wasn't easy finding it. Person needs help navigating through it, because there's so many different options and more menus than I realised. Just go on your homepage, this maths course, and I can tell you more about it later in the week and when I'm on it. Oh, there's a dog wandering around. Oh, hang on a minute, the owner's there. So I'm just waiting for my husband or somebody to come out, and nobody's noticed. Nobody has noticed that I'm actually sat in the car. Wonderful. That's the men in my life. I know my husband's alarm goes off at 6:30, so he has it going off 3 times. Sometimes had it going off 4 or 5. I think that's all excessive. Once is enough for me when I set alarm. But anyway, so going back to the maths. So yeah, you go in the home page and it says diagnostics. So you have your diagnostic assessment, but there's like a functional or some sort of initial assessment first. And it shows you in the video how to do it, like I mentioned earlier. And then you've got the choice. That's when you see, when you look at how to do it, that's when you see the initial assessment. And then underneath, in the box underneath, it's got the diagnostic assessment. So I'm going to need to do both. And because I've joined them at the end of the year, and you can join them anytime you want. You can do it. It's free course. You can do it however you want. You can keep going back to it, which I'm shocked. I didn't think this would be available in this way. I hadn't had any luck. It didn't look. This happened. Honestly, I don't know why I went to National Career Service through the Department of Work and Pensions to find all of this, because I looked myself with my local council. I mean, I have looked myself. I've been looking on and off for the past year, not had much luck, but for some reason this showed up for the first time ever, so maybe it's a new thing. Anyway, yeah, I can do it as many times as I want, and I've got between now to do the diagnostics and when I join, I think it's 18th of September, but again, I'm going to tell you more details as I find out. So that's my journey where maths is concerned. There's other things I'm improving and starting to do in my life that, I'm excited about that. I've been trying, I'm always trying. So I need to go. I'm frozen. I'm absolutely frozen. It is colder in the car than it is. I was sat on the doorstep in the sun, and it's just completely in the shade, so I'm frozen. Normally when I've been sat here for a while, it starts to warm up, but no. Like I said, at this time of year, it should be warmer, even at this time in the morning, but it was really awful yesterday and dull. One of my sons decided to paint the steps and the platform to our house, both sides, obviously, front and back of the house. And let's be honest, guys, the rain was that bad. It was bouncing. It wasn't hailstone, but it was bouncing off the road. And it just washed the platform away. Of course, the step had a bit of shelter, but not the platform. So there we go. Yeah, the step wasn't so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm so tired. I think once I've looked at these diagnostics in a bit more detail, and then I've got to do some legal stuff. I'm always doing something or other. Over the years, I've got to do some legal stuff, and it's a bit unusual where that's concerned. And I'm just going to have that day where just, you know, my son's going to ask me what needs to be done throughout the day. Depends who's at home and whatever at certain times. One of my sons, I mean, that is. And it's just going to organise him and just probably, I don't know what I'm going to do throughout the day, but I've got a lot of legal stuff and I've got this to do. So there's all sorts to be done for me. Absolutely crazy. It's math stuff, looking at that side of things, and God knows whatever else will need to be done. You know, it's all stuff I can do online, thank goodness. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to have a car boot sometime. These improvements I'm making to my little life. So, you know, hopefully I'm upgrading myself. And whatever else needs doing without the day that needs doing today. Because it's one of those days, I think. I'm going to go, guys.